Hello Richmond learners, Miss Hartle here with another skills video for you to work on during your asynchronous physical education dance time. A lot of people have requested volleyball skills, so I'm going to show you some of the basic skills and then you can make up your own game. You could play and work on your skills working like with a target, that sort of thing. So I'm just going to get started. What can we use for volleyball? Well, we have our Ziploc bag friend, so you can always fill it with air and use this as your volleyball. A balloon works great, especially for our younger learners. You could also use whatever ball you use for your indoor soccer ball. Like this is just a bunch of paper wrapped in tape. Another thing that works great because it has a little bit of weight is your hoodie ball. We made these a long time ago. So you just take your hoodie, put your sleeves in, put it through the hood, okay? So that's another option. And if it's a zip hoodie, it works just perfectly fine too. So first thing I'm going to do is work on my technique. And technique, remember, is how does your body physically look when you do the skill. Not going to say which way is right or wrong. You do what works for you. How's that? So if you have a volleyball coach who tells you to do it one way, do it her way. If you feel more comfortable doing it another way, do it that way. Doesn't matter to me. So first thing we're going to go over is a forearm pass. These are your forearms. Because in volleyball, most of the time, we want to settle onto the ball and use our forearms because this gives you absorbs some of the speed and the shock of the volleyball and allows us to redirect it. Because in volleyball, you don't just always hit it over the net. Most of the time, you're just trying to control it and then a teammate will pass it and then you hit it over. Usually about 3 hits most times. So when I have my volleyball, which is of course again my indoor soccer ball, doesn't matter, I have to decide how am I going to keep my arms together because I can't do this, they come apart, right? So I usually do palm down, thumbs together, and then I squeeze my arms together. Some kids like interlocking their fingers. I don't recommend that because they're really hard to separate. Because sometimes you think it's going to be a forearm pass, but nope, it's going to be an overhead pass. So I've got to switch quickly. So I don't recommend doing it that way. So you find what works for you, okay? I do palm, thumbs. And I don't want to hit like on my thumbs. I want to hit up here in my forearms. You'll notice these watch bands are not good for volleyball. So that's why a lot of volleyball teams have you take all your jewelry and accessories off. So I can just practice this in my personal space. Take my ball and toss, okay? Now, I can make it a competition and I can say, how many can I hit in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, and notice what Miss Hartle's doing. I am spreading out in a squat and lunge. Squat and lunge. You want a nice flat surface for the volleyball. And don't have cords all over like Miss Hartle just tripped on. So, just be safe. Find a personal space. Now, you're always welcome to work on these skills outside, okay, where it's nice out. Just use a light playground ball, of course a volleyball if you have it, or whatever you have that you can forearm pass. So, one fun one is, can I get to the alphabet? A, B, C. Notice I'm striking it one time, and see if I can make it all the way to the alphabet. Another fun one is to get nice and low, hit it against the wall. So it's almost like you're playing wall ball, but with a volleyball. So again, I'm underneath and I come up. Want to get your thumbs pointed down towards the ground, and then lift with your legs. Don't lift with your arms because it's going to go behind you, right? So, forearm passing. Another skill is an overhead pass. So I like making a window, looking through my triangle, and again, I'm underneath and up. It's all about our legs. That's why we do so many squats. That's why we do so many lunges. Got to get those legs strong. And remember, we're on the balls of our feet, not sitting back on our heels. So again, I can go against the wall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I messed up. So my score to beat would be 6. And then we'll see how high I can get. So really fun to hit with a friend. So if you don't have a net, like I don't have a net in my basement, but I have a table. So I can hit back and forth to somebody in my house over the table. If you're playing one-on-one, you can only hit it one time. But if you're playing like 2-on-2, I could set up my teammate for like a spike. Which leads us to our next skill. We've done forearm pass. We've done overhand pass. Overhead, over your hands end up over your head. And I'm also doing a spike. So a spike is when you've got a lot of control and you want to hit it as hard as you can over the net. So my eye is on the ball and I hit it as hard as I can. So spikes are super fun to practice. So toss it up and then smash. Now, when you're tossing, it seems easy, right? It actually isn't. So I put it in my non-throwing hand, toss gently underhand, and then come forward, okay? To get even more power, you could jump into it. Now, last skill we're going to work on together is our serve. So most of our younger learners, you're going to learn an underhand serve. So it's that whole tic-tac motion again. So since I'm right-handed, my left leg is forward in a lunge, okay? Because if I put my right leg forward, I'm going to hit it, right? So my left leg's in a lunge. Ball is resting in my hand below my waist. Because if I put my ball up here, it's going to go over my head. And in volleyball, most of the time, we're hitting it forward. Notice I said most. So it's resting in my hand. I'm going to try to strike it here. So I do the bye-bye grip. Some people do this grip. I do the bye-bye grip, and I'm trying to hit it here by my wrist. Tick-tock. So then, for a game for serving, I could work on what we call accuracy. I could aim for a spot on my wall, or I could aim for hitting it over my table and have it land like on a towel. I could take it outside and make sure I have a nice rainbow arc and try to get it to land in a certain area for like a point, kind of like you would in tennis. So, ball's opposite hand, tick-tock. Now, another way to serve is, of course, an overhead serve. Okay, so again, that ball is being struck over my head. Ball is in my opposite hand. And then I'm going to serve it over. Now, some kids like using a fist. I don't recommend that because you have knuckles. And knuckles are bumpy. So, but you do what you're comfortable doing. So remember, you don't have to have a volleyball. You can use a beach ball. You can use a paper ball. You can use a hoodie ball. And you can use a bag. You don't need a net. You can use a table. You can use anything, a bookshelf. Can hit it over anything in your house or outside as well. Maybe even a fence. That'd make it even harder. You don't see it coming. Sounds super fun, by the way. So share your volleyball activities if you want. Feel free to log in to Seesaw, show us a video, whatever you want. Just stay active, stay healthy, and stay helpful. Be kind to others. Have fun. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.